No.
Stop. You're choking me. Stop it. Stop it.
Moments when cops were sued. Law enforcement agencies are tasked with ensuring justice and safety. Yet what happens when they deviate from this mandate, becoming perpetrators of injustice and harm? How can we place our trust in those responsible for upholding the law when they themselves perpetrate acts of injustice? Join us as we delve into the alarming accounts of wrongful arrests and the resulting legal action taken against law enforcement officers.
You need to go.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on my son. He's going right back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave. That's the part.
Stay. Hey, stop the stop. Go.
Number 3. Las Animas County Sheriff. On an ordinary day, Nate and his father, Kenneth Espinosa, made a routine trip to the auto repair shop. Little did they anticipate that this innocuous excursion swiftly spiraled into a harrowing ordeal. While en route, they were halted by Las Animas County Sheriff's Deputy Michael Knoll for purportedly violating traffic regulations. Abruptly, the situation intensified as another deputy, Henry Trujillo, approached Kenneth's truck from the rear. With both deputies brandishing their firearms, a palpable sense of tension permeated the air.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
You don't get paid to be
Either, okay? I don't gotta put up with your okay? I asked you a simple question.
The situation escalated dramatically when Kenneth Espinosa found himself handcuffed and compelled into the back of a police cruiser. Trujillo, without evident justification, delivered a staggering blow to Kenneth's face with a taser. What was particularly distressing was that Kenneth endured a staggering 35 taser shots, with one of the probes even penetrating his mouth. It constituted a severe and disproportionate use of force.
Get in the car! Get in with it! I'm gonna crazy! Get in the car! Get in the Get in the Get in the Get in the Nope.
Kenneth Espinosa's lawyer, Kevin Mayer, discovered that both deputies deployed their tasers on Kenneth repeatedly, with Knoll repeatedly thrusting the weapon. It was a shocking act that left Kenneth traumatized and in agony. Unable to endure the injustice, Kenneth Espinosa initiated legal action against Knoll, Trujillo, and the sheriff's office for the purported assault. This lawsuit has also brought to light the officers' deceptive or downplayed accounts in their police reports, further underscoring the misconduct. Nate Espinosa has been profoundly impacted by what he witnessed. He perceives his father as a victim of discrimination. He struggles to comprehend why the officers would subject his father to such brutality.
I mean, the force they used, yeah, they treated us like we were nothing. Like absolutely.
The lawsuit has brought to light Trujillo's concerning criminal record, exposing previous instances of harassment and restraining orders filed against him. This raises significant doubts regarding his suitability to serve as a peace officer. With the lawsuit underway and the truth gradually emerging, the Espinosa family remain hopeful that justice will be served.
I told you where it was at about 2 minutes ago.
That was you?
Yeah, who was it?
I'm sorry, I know you.
I told you where it was at, right? So why are you in here asking the same thing?
I'm not for sure where I'm going.
I told you where to go.
Alright, thank you.
Is that accurate or no?
Yeah.
So why are you in here?
I was just making sure.
Making sure I told you the right thing?
I'm not for sure where I'm going.
I told you where to go, right?
Yeah.
So why are you in here?
Alright, sorry.
No.
Number 2, Dearborn, Michigan. In Dearborn, Michigan, a police officer's body camera recorded a troubling incident. The footage captured the officer trailing a man into a fast food establishment. The man, Luther Gonzalez Hall, had initially approached the officer seeking directions. However, upon being followed into the restaurant, he expressed confusion, reiterating his query. The officer appeared agitated and irate that Gonzalez Hall doubted his previous direction. This frustration culminated in a lawsuit and a jury verdict awarding $9.2 million against the Dearborn police officer for violating constitutional rights. As intentions mounted, the officer questioned Gonzalez Hall's intentions, despite the man's genuine attempt to seek assistance and clarification. Subsequent revelations indicated that Gonzalez Hall had consumed alcohol before becoming disorientated, potentially contributing to his confusion. The officer's demeanor grew increasingly confrontational, demanding explanations and dismissing Gonzalez Hall's innocent intention. The situation escalated into a physical altercation, with the officer allegedly choking and assaulting Gonzalez Hall. Although the man briefly escaped, the officer pursued him, continuing the assault away from the prying eyes of the body camera.
Bro, what the is your problem?
That was the body camera falling onto the ground.
What did I do? What did I do? I'm sorry, what did I do? I just was asking for directions, bro. I was just asking for directions, bro. Bro, I was just asking for directions, man. What is your problem, man?
Gonzalez Hall sustained numerous injuries, including fractures in his foot and various lacerations and abrasions. He later disclosed his profound fear for his life during the incident. Despite the initial charges levied against him, they were ultimately dismissed, underscoring unjustifiability of the officer's actions. Gonzalez Hall initiated legal proceedings against Officer Marvin Sanders, the Dearborn Police Department, and the municipality for excessive force employed and the infringement upon his civil liberties. Following the extensive legal battle, the jury ruled in favor of Gonzalez Hall, granting him a substantial financial settlement to address his physical injuries, emotional distress, and enduring repercussions on his life. Number 1. Scottsdale, Yesenia. In the city of Scottsdale, Yesenia, Garcia found herself entangled in a costly error that would drastically alter her life. Little did she anticipate that this unfortunate mishap would spiral into a legal confrontation and a substantial settlement. It all commenced on a pivotal day in May 2020 when Yesenia's reality took an unforeseen twist. Exiting the bar, she was dismayed to discover her windshield shattered. Perturbed and perplexed, she sought assistance from nearby law enforcement officers, hopeful that they would aid in resolving the predicament. However, rather than extending a helpful hand, the officers directed their suspicion towards Yesenia.
He got hit. Your car's involved.
We just left Hi-Fi.
They commenced an interrogation regarding a recent hit-and-run incident that had transpired in the vicinity. Yesenia was incredulous at what she was hearing. Despite her lack of involvement in the accident, the officers appeared adamant about assigning blame to her. "Officer, it wasn't me, I just left the bar." Yesenia pleaded, her voice betraying a mixture of frustration and disbelief. However, her pleas went unheeded. The officers remained resolute in their refusal to acknowledge her innocence, firmly convinced that her vehicle was implicated in the hit-and-run incident.
This vehicle just hit a person. This vehicle did not just hit a person.
As tensions escalated, Yesenia's protests grew increasingly desperate. Alongside her friend, she made fervent attempts to persuade the officers of their innocence. Yet the officers remained obstinate, turning a deaf ear to their pleas and disregarding the truth. In a startling turn of events, the officers alleged discovering traces of glass on Yesenia's shirt. This flimsy evidence served as the proverbial last straw. Yesenia found herself in handcuffs, facing accusations ranging from driving under the influence to failing to stop at the scene of an accident, and even possession of drug paraphernalia. However, Yesenia remained steadfast in her assertion of innocence. With the unwavering support of her attorney, Ben Taylor, she resolved to fight back. Together, they initiated legal proceedings against the city of Scottsdale for wrongful arrest, seeking recompense for the anguish endured and the tarnishing of her reputation. Following a protracted and arduous legal struggle, the case ultimately reached its culmination. On a momentous Tuesday, the city reached a unanimous decision to settle with Yesenia. Acknowledging their error, they agreed to compensate her with a substantial sum of $200,000. So which story was more impressive and heartwarming? Tell us in the comments section, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.